So now we want to put a sample in. So the first sample we're going to put in is the U.S. Air Force Resolution Test Target. And in order to make that simple, one of the first things you want to do is just turn on the lamp that's in the enclosure. So that will be this rocker switch, red LED will come on, and you'll see the lamp light up over here. And while we're at this, we might as well take the opportunity to make sure that all of the filters are out of the optical train. So this is a neutral density filter, it's flipped out. We'll adjust to this. We see that there's no filter in this position, that's good. The excitation filter here, we'll make sure that's flipped out. And back here, we're going to make sure we flip out the emission filter. So there are no filters in the optical train. And one of the things that you'll note here is that once I moved all the filters out, this image went white. So it's completely saturating. Technically, it should be red. There's a glitch in the software. Sometimes when it's really seriously overloaded, it will look white. But it's no longer black. This window has not turned white because it only updates when we click on it. So for instance, if I click on this, again up in the corner to keep the shutter and gain low, you'll see that it also turns white. It's sort of fully oversaturated. So plenty of light coming through. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the resolution test target, which comes in this blue box here. We'll open up. You know, these items, they're not ridiculously expensive, but they're several $100s each. So you want to hold it by both edges. And notice how I'm holding it by the edges so I don't get fingerprints on it. So, you know, ideally, I always handle it with both edges, and I'm not getting my fingers anywhere on the actual target side. And I'll try and show here. If you look, you'll see that there's chrome writing on this, and there's an image of this in the instruction set that you have. But what we want to, there are two things we care about. We want the side that you can read properly to be facing the objective, because that's the side the chrome's on. And we're going to want to we're going to want to position the small resolution target lines right in front of the objective. So in order to do that, I'm going to take this target and I'm going to come into the sample holder here, and I'm with my thumb, I'm going to pry back one of these spring clips, because this is fairly thick glass. I'm going to pry back the spring clip, and I'm going to slide that in there, and then I'll reach over here and pry back this spring clip so that I can get the whole target in there. And then I can see, you'll see there's a spot of light. As I've got all the filters out, there's a lot of light from the lamp that's hitting the center of this target. And I'm actually going to position the target so that, just by sliding my fingers, so that the middle of the smallest resolution lines are getting a lot of light on them. And one thing that you may need to do in the process of this is to loosen this screw here, which holds the post, and you may need to adjust the height up or down on the target. And so I'll adjust that height till it's about right. You want the target at about 90 degrees, sort of perpendicular to the light path. Now I'm going to tighten this back down. And I'm going to just scooch it a little bit so we're kind of roughly in the middle of things. And at this point, we should be fairly good. You know, we may not be in focus, but we have the target in properly.